This is for Drew at Clean Cheap Shots. I'm not going to make turtle soup out of my little buddy here, but I do want to talk about some players that the Hall of Fame has been turtle slow in electing. Hey guys, Jim here. Welcome back. Really appreciate you stopping by. Today I want to do a video response for our friend Drew over at Clean Cheap Shots here on YouTube. Now, Drew isn't doing any kind of a contest or didn't even ask for a video response, actually. But a couple weeks ago, he did a video on players that he thought were, the Hall of Fame was turtle slow on electing. And at the end of his video, he asked the question, who do you think the Hall of Fame is turtle slow on electing, and who do you think should be in? And I immediately answered in my comment that I thought Luis Tiant and Dwight Evans should be in the Hall of Fame. But I got a whole bunch of other guys that I think should belong in the Hall of Fame and are not in there as well. So I just thought I'd do this little video to respond to Drew's question that he asked. And here we go. By the way, if you're not familiar with Drew, he's a great guy. He has an awesome collection. He's very entertaining with his videos. He is famously known as the Card Farmer. Go on over there and check out his channel. As always, the link's in the description. And so let me get started. Like I said, I initially, in my comment to Drew, mentioned that I thought Luis Tiant and Dwight Evans should be in. So here's Luis Tiant, of course. He was just a big game pitcher. 229 wins, 172 career losses with a 3.30 ERA. And his career WAR was 66.1. And like I said, when you needed a win, he's the guy you wanted to put on the mound because he definitely came out at his best during the big moments. So there's Luis Tiant. Talked about him endlessly over the years. Also, Dwight Evans. Here he is on his Al Bumry and Charlie Spikes rookie card. Dwight Evans was a great player as well. You know, he didn't stand out. You know, he wasn't a flashy guy. He just went about his business, kind of quiet. But man, was he a great player. 67.2 career WAR, 2,446 career hits, 385 home runs, and a 272 career batting average. And he was a stellar right fielder. He just had a cannon for an arm. And he won 7 Gold Gloves over there in right field. So he belongs in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Now, next up, I've got a player that probably is not on anyone's list. And here he is, John Donaldson. John Donaldson was quite possibly the greatest left-handed pitcher in the history of the Negro Leagues. He spent the majority of his career with barnstorming teams, so his true statistics are hard to verify. But baseball researchers have concluded that Donaldson won at least 400 games and struck out more than 5,000 batters over at least 718 games pitched. He threw at least 14 no-hitters and 2 perfect games, and he also was an effective hitter and center fielder. So John Donaldson, he definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Just an amazingly great player. Here's the back. See what it says here. It says, in the early years of black baseball, John was a top pitcher. He once pitched 3 consecutive no-hitters and was considered one of the outstanding pitchers of his era. At the end of his career, he played outfield for the Kansas City Monarchs. And so you see, you'll be hard-pressed to find too many cards with John Donaldson on them. But here he is on the 1986 Negro League Baseball Stars. The set was produced by Larry Fritsch Cards. So John Donaldson definitely deserves a call to the Hall, in my opinion. Next up, I've got Tommy John. So Tommy John had a 61.6 career WAR. He won 288 games, lost 231 games, had a 3.34 ERA, and if that's not good enough numbers to get him into the Hall of Fame, he also has a famous surgery that basically, changed the course of many pitchers' careers around. That famous surgery named after him, of course, the Tommy John surgery. And I have to believe that if he had won 12 more games in his career and got to the 300 win plateau, he would have been in the Hall of Fame years ago. So Tommy John, another guy on my list. Next up, Keith Hernandez, just a great player, a great fielding first baseman. Keith Hernandez had a 60.4 WAR, 2,182 career hits, 296 career batting average. He was the 1979 National League Most Valuable Player, and he won 11 Gold Glove Awards playing at first base. So those are some pretty great numbers right there for Keith Hernandez. Put him in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Next up, another great player, Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton had a 68.4 WAR, 2,428 career hits, a 299 career batting average, 6-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove Award winner, and to top that off, he had 622 career stolen bases. So Kenny Lofton's a Hall of Famer in my book. Next, I'm going to go with Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds was a sneaky good player. I mean, we knew he was good watching him play, but he really, in my opinion, put together a Hall of Fame career. 60.4 WAR on the career, 1,949 career hits, 393 career home runs, and a 284 career batting average. And he was a 4-time All-Star and just another great center fielder, 8-time Gold Glove Award winner. So there's Jim Edmonds. Next up, this guy would be in the Hall of Fame if it wasn't for his mouth. That's Curt Schilling. I don't know anybody who doesn't think he should be in the Hall of Fame except the voters. This guy had a 79.5 career WAR. He won 216 games, lost only 146 games, had a 3.46 earned run average, a 6-time All-Star, 3,116 strikeouts for his career, and on top of all that, he was the 2001 World Series MVP. Another guy, if you had a game you needed to win, you certainly would consider putting Schilling on the mound. And, of all the pitchers that are eligible for the Hall of Fame that have 3,000 or more strikeouts, only Curt Schilling and Roger Clemens are not in the Hall of Fame. There are several other players that have over 3,000 strikeouts that are not yet eligible for the Hall of Fame. Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, and Clayton Kershaw are 3 that come to mind. But they're not eligible yet, and when they are, I'm sure they'll be in. Like I said, the only reason why Schilling's not in is because of his mouth, because of his political views and just stupid things that he said. And, that is not a reason to keep him out, in my opinion. Next, I'm going to go with Reggie Smith. Reggie Smith was a great player, man. He was kind of like Dwight Evans. He flew under the radar, quiet guy, wasn't flashy, but man, did he put up numbers consistently year in and year out. 64.6 WAR, 2,020 career hits, 314 career home runs, a 287 batting average, and a 7-time All-Star. Reggie Smith, man, he was a great player. Had a nice run there with the Dodgers in the mid to late 70s and early 80s. A member of the World Championship Dodgers teams there. Next up, this guy belongs in the Hall of Fame, Thurman Munson. Man, what can you say about Thurman Munson? I don't understand why he's not in the Hall of Fame, except, it's almost like the fact that he got killed at a young age and his career ended prematurely because of his tragic death. It's almost like that's held against him as far as Hall of Fame consideration, because, the only reason you could argue that he's not in the Hall of Fame is because he didn't have the numbers. But he only played 11 seasons because of that tragic airplane crash that took his life during the prime of his career, really. Out of the 11 seasons that he played, 7 times he was an All-Star. He was the Rookie of the Year in 1970, American League Rookie of the Year. He had a 46 career WAR, and he had to have had at least 4 or 5 more good years left, you know, if he hadn't passed away. I'm sure his WAR would have been up near 60 by the time his playing career was done, if not in the 60s. You know, he had 1,558 hits. Again, the hit total surely would have been over 2,000. 292 career batting average, and a three-time Gold Glove winner behind the plate. And he was the 1976 American League MVP. So I don't know, 11 years he played, and you know, he definitely was one of the top players at his position, if not the top, one of the top 2 or 3 players at his position for those 11 years. So Thurman Munson should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Last but not least, I don't know why Lou Whitaker is not in the Hall of Fame either. Another great player, his mate there at shortstop, Alan Trammell. Basically, offensively, these two put up basically almost identical numbers. The only difference is the position that they played. Whitaker's offensive numbers are actually a little bit better than Trammell's. And this card is not sitting straight in the top loader, and it's bothering me. Anyway, yeah, Lou Whitaker, 75.1 career WAR, 2,369 hits, 276 career batting average, 5-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove winner, and the 1978 American League Rookie of the Year. So he definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. At any rate, that's my list. That's what I got. Thanks for inspiring me to do this video, Drew. Again, go check Drew out. Clean Cheap Shots, if you're not familiar. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.